had to get on the bandwagon for this underconsumption trend that is happening mostly on TikTok, as far as I understand. If you watch any of my other videos, you know that the only social media that I have is YouTube. I don't have Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, or Instagram. So anything that I'm seeing, I'm just seeing other people talk about and react to other videos. And it's coming up in my feed a lot. I mean, of course, because I'm clicking on these videos, so YouTube is sending me more of these videos. But I wanted to make this video because my views on underconsumption is, I don't think it's actually a trend, because some people just naturally underconsume, and it's all for different reasons. For instance, if you grew up without a lot of money, then it's something that your parents did and that you're used to. Especially my generation, I'm 43 years old, so my parents were boomers. So from what I understand from others is that they stretched things out as long as they could and used things for as long as they could until they broke down or were ratty, and sometimes even beyond that. But that's for a different video. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome. My name is Loretta. I just want to start out by saying, I know in my last video I said that I was going to be looking into a microphone. I got several. I ended up sending them back to Amazon because they didn't work properly or the sound was not good. If any of you know of a good clip-on microphone that is reasonably priced, I'm willing to spend up to $200 for a decent microphone. Please leave it in the comments below because I am struggling. Anyways, I hope the sound is not too tinny on this video. Until I get my microphone, unfortunately, this is how the sound is going to be, but I really did want to make this video anyways because as a frugal person, under-consuming is something that is so natural for me. And I want to go around my home and show you some of the things that I've had for many, many years, where I got them and the reasons that I bought them in the first place and still have them. So let's get started. Number one, we're gonna go through my kitchen, and I have these Corel dinner plates. Actually, a whole set. I have dinner plate. I'm not sure why I got 8 dinner plates because I never really use 8 dinner plates, but I had 8 dinner plates. I have some little side plates, and then I have saucers and bowls. So I have had these items for about 18 years. And when I was in my 20s, I thought, I'm going to move out eventually and I'm going to need some plates. So there was a Corel warehouse in my area. So I remember going there with my mom and my stepdad, and we picked out a bunch of plates. And the plates are different colors. And the reason for that is because they were at this warehouse and sold cheaper because not all the plates are a crisp white, which is what the plates were supposed to be. So in the process of making them, some are a little beige and a little off-white, so they sold them at a discount price. And that's something that didn't bother me, so I don't even remember what I paid for these plates. It was so long ago, but I have moved with these plates. I think I've moved 8 times in my life, so every time I've moved, I've taken these plates with me everywhere. So it definitely was a good purchase because I still have them, and they're not going anywhere. As long as they don't chip, they're in good condition, they're a nice neutral color, I will be keeping these plates pretty much forever. The next one on this list is this Brie Baker. I picked this up at a garage sale for $5. I remember the price of this because when I saw it, I was super excited. And it fits a medium-sized brick of Brie cheese perfectly. And just stick it in the oven and melt it. And I love making baked Brie, so I was super, super happy to find this. It does have a Christmas tree on the top. And I should mention too that it was in its original packaging when I bought it, and it's meant to be for Christmas, but I don't care that it has a little gold Christmas tree. I use it whenever because those things don't really bother me. I'm not particular about those things when I have a great item that I can use over and over again. And so I've had this Brie Baker for 10 years, and I am going to keep it around until it is no longer useful. The next thing on the list of things that I have had for a very long time is this KitchenAid skillet. I have had it for about 14 years. The skillet was free. I remember at the time my friend purchased a whole set, I think it was from Canadian Tire, of pots and pans, And he was quite disappointed with it because in the box, the biggest pan was this one, which he didn't think was very big, and he just didn't want it. So he gave it to me, and I have kept it in good condition. I have kept it clean. It's held its own. It's held up over the years, and I will be keeping this frying pan for as long as I can, as long as it keeps going. So let's talk about this comforter. In the early 2000s, I had an obsession with zebra print and giraffe print. I don't have as much giraffe print stuff, but zebra print was, for some reason, I was crazy about it. I had a chair, a novelty chair that was in the shape of a shoe, which I got rid of years ago. I just didn't have room for it, and it was just not my thing anymore. And I also have a smaller version of this, like a small blanket that's also zebra print, and I still have this one. But this one has held up really, really well. And although I would not go out and buy zebra print again, this comforter is in excellent condition. And years ago, I had a tear in the corner, and this woman that I knew was an excellent sewer. She had an incredible digital sewing machine, and her hobby was sewing, so she was very, very good at it. And she repaired this comforter for me and just sewed where it was coming apart around the corner so well. And I've had this comforter for 18 years. My mom bought it for me, and so it also does have some sentimental value to me, but also because it's in such good condition, I'm just gonna ride with it. I'm gonna keep it. I've thought about getting a different one that matches more of my taste and my style now, because this really doesn't, but why not? It's a comforter, it's on my bed, it serves its purpose, and I'm just gonna keep it until it completely falls apart. Next thing on this list, number 5, are these makeup travel bags. I believe that I purchased these at Shoppers Drug Mart. So this is a drugstore slash cosmetic store in Ontario. And I'm pretty sure I bought them separate. One of the bags may have had like it was a gift where it had like some stuff in it. And then of course keep the bag after, but I've had these for as long as I can remember, and I travel with these all the time. And because I don't travel that much, they're in great condition. And I don't know the exact amount of time that I've had them, but I'm gonna say at least 15 years. And I always sort of judge things from where I lived at the moment. So when I moved out on my own in 2006, I kind of go from that timeline. So I'm pretty sure I've had these for 15 years, maybe even longer. They're in excellent condition. I'm actually going on a trip in a couple days, and I'm going to use these until they fall apart. These turquoise mittens my mom purchased for me, and I've had them for at least 10 years. It could be longer, I'm not really sure. And I think that they are so cute and they're comfortable, and these are the only mittens that I wear in the winter, and I will be keeping these around for a while because they also have a sentimental value to me, and they are a little bit frayed and could probably use a replacement, but for now I'm just going to hold on to these mittens. Moving on to my living room, this trunk I've had for a very long time, around 24 years. So when I was still living at home with my parents, I purchased this trunk. And growing up, I remember that my mom had a trunk as well, and I liked that you could keep so much stuff in it and just use it as storage. And I just thought, this is something that I want to have in my home as well. So I don't exactly remember where I purchased it from, but I'm going to say either the Brick or Leon's, which is a major furniture store. And it's moved with me over the years. I use it as storage. I keep my Christmas decorations in here. My old CDs are in there, and just a bunch of other random stuff. I go through it often, once a year, when I take out my Christmas decorations to tidy up and clean it out, just to make sure that there's nothing in there that could go. But it's been great storage over the year, and I love keeping my plants on top of it and my box with my candles in it. And it is big and clunky, but I love it. I've had it for a long time, and this is something that I'm going to hold on to for much longer. Next item on this list, number 8, is this cute frog oil painting. So I flipped it around, and on the back it says 1979. So my mom painted this in 1979, and she said that when I was born, she hung it up in my room, and she painted it specifically for my room, and that just holds such a special place in my heart. It means so much to me, and she gave it to me years ago. So I've had it probably for at least 12 years, maybe more, but this painting has been around for 44 years. And you can tell by the background, the cool looking brown in the background, that it's like 1970s style. And it's just so special to me, and I will definitely keep this one forever. So like I said earlier about my zebra comforter, I also had an obsession with giraffe patterns and giraffes. So I believe my mom also purchased these wooden giraffes for me, and I'm gonna say they are about 15 years old, and I always incorporate them into my decor, whatever place I'm living in at the moment. And I love the way they look, and they also have sentimental value, and I take whatever decor I have and work with it. I don't often buy new decor. If I see something at a thrift store that is a reasonable price and I really, really like, and I know that I have space for it, I will pick that up, but that is not very often. So I have had a lot of my decor items for a really long time, and you might say some of them are old and a little bit dated, but that's totally fine with me because I love them. And so these drafts are going to stay in my living room and my decor for a very long time. So let's go to the final thing on this list. I'm sure there's more, but I just kind of quickly went around and found some stuff. If I can come up with another list of at least 10, then I will make a second video. But these candle holders here I bought about 15 years ago at Dollarama. So Dollarama is a dollar store in Ontario, and I think I paid maybe $3 or $4 for them. And I do have another one as well, which I will show here. And I got this one at Dollarama as well at the same time that I purchased this, and that was about 15 years ago, because I remember that I had them in my apartment 15 years ago. And these have continued to move with me, and they're in great condition. And even though they're from a dollar store, which their products can, you know, sometimes not be of very good quality, but it's just sitting on the wall, so it's not something that's really being touched and used all the time. So it has just stayed in great condition, and I love both of them, and I'm going to keep them as well until they fall apart, just like everything else on this list. So thanks so much for watching, everybody. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. And like I said, I really don't see underconsumption as a trend. I think that it is a way of life. And if something is falling apart and you can afford to replace it and you want to replace it, then do it. We're not here to hoard our money and to be cheap. We're just frugal and finding good use for the things that we have. So let me know in the comments if there's anything that you've had for a really long time that you love or that's still in really good condition. I find some of the older things, older appliances and older things for the kitchen lasts a really long time. So I'd be interested to know if there's anything that you have anywhere in your house that you've had for a while. And thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And please also consider subscribing if you would like to see more of my videos. When you subscribe and like, it really helps my little channel grow, and of course is always greatly appreciated. And until then, we'll see you in the next one. Have a great day. Bye-bye.